Want to be a better DM? Well, my name's DM Rhino, and we're continuing looking at the 2024 Monster Manual, and we're still looking at our Lich. This is part 2. So we've looked at the stats and the traits, and now we're going to look at the actions. Now, a Lich is a CR21, so it's going to have a lot of actions, a lot of little things to do. First of all, it's got a multi-attack, right? It can make 3 attacks either using its Eldritch Blast or its Paralyzing Touch in any combination. But the Eldritch Blast can be a ranged or melee. It's a plus 12 to hit, 5 foot if it's melee, 120 foot if it's ranged, and it does a 4d12 plus 5 force damage. Yeah, Eldritch Blast does force. But if we look at the Paralyzing Touch, this is a melee attack, again a plus 12 to hit, 5 foot range, and it does a 3d6 plus 5 cold damage, and the target is has the paralyzed condition. There's no saving throw. You're just paralyzed until the start of the Lich's next turn. That's powerful right there. But the Lich is also a spellcaster because it used to be a wizard, and it uses its spellcasting ability. It uses its intelligence, which is a DC save of 20. What can it cast? Well, at will, it can cast Detect Magics, Detect Thoughts, Dispel Magic. Fireball at level 5. At will, Fireball at 5th level is powerful. Invisibility, well, also Lightning Bolt at 5th level. At will, wow. Mage Hand and Prestidigitation, which makes it look nice. Twice per day, it can cast Animate Dead, Dimension Door, Plane Shift. Okay, makes sense, twice per day. Once per day, Chain Lightning, yes. Finger of Death, of course. Power Word Kill, makes sense, and Scrying, yes. So the thing that's going to hurt the party the most is the Fireball and the Chain Lightning. At will, level 5, that's a beefy amount of damage. And especially if parties like to bunch up and line up, it actually is quite a lot of damage there. What can the Lich do also? It gets a reaction. It's got Protective Magic. It can cast Counterspell or Shield in response to a spell's trigger using the same spellcasting ability. So wow, it doesn't even say how many times. That's its reaction, and 1 reaction per turn, so it makes sense. But Counterspell and Shield, that's quite a bit. But yeah, that's some of the actions. And in part 3, we're looking at the legendary actions of a Lich.